Alright, also jumping right in, I'm going to take a brown pencil and I'm just going to kind of outline where I want the Jason mask to be. This is where I first placed it. Later on in the tutorial, I actually changed it because I wanted more of my regular face to be exposed. So yeah, this is just the outline. Then I'm going to go ahead and take some of my primer. And I'm not really going to say the products that I use in this video because I want you guys just to use whatever's on hand. So I'm just priming my eyes and my eyebrows as well to kind of fade them out so I can put my foundation over that. I'm going to take some primer and put it all over that side of the face and blend it in. Alright, so now I'm going to remove that line because I didn't really want the placement to be there anymore. So I'm just going to go ahead and redo it how I want it and then apply the foundation to the side of my face that is actually going to be exposed. Now I'm just going to highlight using my concealer and then blend it out and set the whole entire side of my face with some translucent powder. Alright, now I'm going to start shading. So just taking some contour powder, I'm going to go across that line because you want to think about that if the mask is on that side of the face, it's going to be casting some type of shadow on your face. So I'm going to go along that line with some brown contour powder. Once that is done, I'm just going to go ahead and regularly contour my face. Alright, once my nose contour is done, I'm going to go ahead and just bake that area because my nose does tend to get a little oily and I don't want it to be oily right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and bake it. Now I'm just going to start doing the details of the mask. So I'm starting out with the eye socket area. So I'm going to go ahead and outline how I want the hole to look with the brown pencil. And then I'm going to go ahead and fill in that entire area with some black cream eyeliner. You could use whatever you have on hand, paint, whatever you want to use to fill it in is fine. Just make sure you top it off with a black eyeshadow to set it. Now taking some water activated paint, I'm just going to use this white and I'm going to go ahead and put it all over that area. I'm just going to fill in all of it and I'm going to use a smaller brush to fill in the really detailed areas that I can't get to with the big brush. Now once I got to this part, I kind of figured that I didn't really like the way it looked, so I wanted to make this area a little wider right here, so I kind of changed the shape again. Like I said, you guys could choose whatever shape you want. I wasn't happy with the original shape, so I went ahead and made it a little wider, and then I was more happy with it. After I was done with all the white, I did need 2 coats of this, so I let it dry in between, and then I stippled on some brown water activated body paint. So I'm just going to stipple that all over because I want it to look kind of dirty and old, you know. And this is going to have a lot of shading in it, so it is going to darken up. That white is not going to be so bright. Now taking some red water activated paint, I'm going to go ahead and start creating the outlines of where the red parts are on the Jason mask, which is on the forehead right between the eyebrows. It looks like a upside down triangle, and on the cheek portion as well. And I keep on looking down because I am referencing a picture of Jason. Now I'm just mapping out where the holes of the mask are. So I'm starting off with these little tiny dots, just putting them where the holes are supposed to be. And then I'm going to go ahead and make them bigger. Taking that brown contour color that I used earlier, I'm going to go ahead and start darkening up the areas where I really want it to be like a shadow. And I'm taking a small detail brush to do that. Now I'm going to start the shading on the actual mask. So I'm just going to go around the holes. It's going to add definition and make it look like the holes are actually going inwards rather than just black dots sitting on top. And I'm going to go ahead and do this all along the mask and the eye area as well. Taking a blending brush, I'm going back in with that brown powder, and I'm just going to really start to create shadows and going along the holes once again and the outer portion of the mask along the edges. Taking black, so slightly blending it around the eye area to make it really look like it has more definition and the eye socket is really going inwards. And then I'm going to go around the edge of the mask as well to add even more dimension. I really want the mask to look like it's more realistic and not just paint sitting on your face. When I was done shading with the mask, I didn't show this part on video, so I do apologize about that, but I did go along the edges of the mask again where I put that brown contour powder, and I just went over it a little bit with the black to even darken up the shade a little more, so it looks like the mask was actually a little off of my face and casting a shadow. With all the shading, I felt like some parts of the mask were really falling flat, so I took some of the white body paint and I put it along the tops of my cheekbone and my brow bone and blended it out with my finger to really make that part stand out. Alright, jumping into the beauty portion, I'm going to go ahead and take some brown cream eyeliner and I'm just going to outline the brows how I want them. I want them to be pretty high. So I'm going to outline them and then I'm going to fill them in. Taking a taupey color, I'm going to go ahead and put that all in my crease and really blend it out up into my crease bone. Taking a little bit of a darker brown color, I'm going to put that in my crease as well and really build that shade up. I'm going for a really brown, smoky, grungy eye type of look. Now taking a reddish brown color, I'm going to go ahead and put that in the center portion of my crease and then blend it down onto my lids. And I'm also going to put this color on my lower lash line as well. Taking a red color eye pencil. This is actually a copper pencil. I found a red pencil later on and I added that to my waterline right on top, but I'm just going to go ahead and put that in my waterline. Now taking a darker brown color, I'm just going to put that into my outer V and on the lower outer part of my lash line as well. Taking some black eyeliner. This is really easy to blend out. I'm going to blend it out with a pencil brush and create like a smoky eyeliner look. Once that's all blended out, I'm going to go ahead and just top it with a black eyeshadow and then throw some black into the outer portion of my crease as well. Alright, so I went ahead and added my lashes. You guys can add whatever lashes you want, and I did apply my mascara. Now I'm just putting my highlighter on because even though she's crazy, she still wants to look good. So putting my highlighter on the top of my cheekbones, my temples, chin, and nose, inner corners, and underneath my brow. Alright, now I'm just outlining my lips and filling them in with matte liquid lipstick. You guys could choose whatever color you want. I went with a color that was more of a mauve tone. So when that was done, I jumped back into the mask. So I'm using black water activated body paint for this and a small detailing brush. And I'm just adding cracks along where that mask is broken up. So I'm just going to do that all along the mask. I just felt like it needed more detail. So this is what it looks like when everything is done. You could completely leave it like this and it looks good, but if you guys want to really push it and, you know, go the extra mile, you could go ahead and splatter blood on yourself, which is what I'm going to show you how to do in the next clip. So what you're going to need is your water activated body paints and a toothbrush, and please put anything you really like away because it will get splattered. So I just go ahead and dip it into the paint and I just kind of flick my fingers along the bristles and I get that paint all on me. It's really bright right now. I actually go back in with a darker color red. I just mix red and black together to get a darker color because this was a little bright. But yeah, I'm just flicking it all along, getting on my shirt and my neck. And I'm going to go back in with that darker color and kind of like press the toothbrush against that part against my face right there, just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and splatter on the other side and wipe off any remaining paint on my neck and on my chin. Yeah, just give it like that smeared look. And then on the eye socket part, I didn't show this in the video, but you could just cover that up with the black paint that you used before. And then the look is complete. I hope you guys liked this tutorial. It was so fun to do this. I love Halloween. I'm so happy that it has rolled back around again. I have been waiting. So I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please subscribe, like, and comment. As always, thank you for watching. Bye.